Hello, in this video I'll explain you exactly how we did over $117,000 in one day by understanding creative strategy. So my name is Tinti Tambala, I'm the founder of the e-commerce brand Eve Curls. Here you can see our trust pilots. We have over 3,000 reviews. This is our website. You can see a nice picture here of my mother, myself, and my brother. We launched this brand together. And here you can see the screenshot that on the 5th of May, we've done over 117,000 euros in one day. So that's even more in dollars. And in this video, I'll explain you the exact strategy behind it on how we achieve these numbers. So let's get right into it. And first of all, if you're working on your own ecom brand, I have a free school community with lots of value for you. I'm sure you'll love it, so check the link in the bio. Alright, so let's start with the topic. So to have success with Facebook ads, you need to understand who your customer is and why they are buying. This is very, very important because the whole funnel basically looks like this. So you have your product. Then you have your creatives. So you have different videos, pictures, which we call your creatives, which you show to a pool of potential customers. So you're using your creatives to sell your product to the pool of potential customers, and then you hope that people in this pool will buy your product. That's just very simply said how the whole funnel looks like. And then there's one core problem which most brands have, and that is that they run one message for everyone. But it's important to understand that your customers are not all the same. People are buying for very different reasons. And it's very important to understand that. So this potential customer pool basically looks like this. So in this pool, you have different personas. Within one persona group, people can buy for different reasons. So here you have one group, those are going to be the red circle. And here you have another group. And then here you can have another group. And then, for example, in this group, people are buying for different reasons again. So it's impossible to talk to all these people in the same way. You really need to understand how is this potential customer pool divided into the different areas, into the different pools. And then you need to find a specific messaging tone to really address these people. That's very important to understand. So let's look at this example. Let's say you have a fitness supplement brand. This would be your potential customer pool. However, this customer pool then is divided into different groups of people. So one could be gym enthusiasts. Another one could be busy professionals. Another one could be endurance athletes or weight loss seekers or just complete beginners. And they all might buy for a different reason as well. So like a gym enthusiast, he might buy the products to build muscle faster or for faster recovery. An endurance athlete can buy it to fuel longer workouts or reduce fatigue. A beginner just might buy it just because he needs a simple starter routine, or he likes tasty and easy shakes or supplements or whatever you're saying. I hope that you can understand where I'm getting at. So your potential customer group consists of a lot of very different people. Here are, for example, different personas which could buy your product if you have a fitness supplement brand. And then each persona would buy for a different reason. To have the best results, you truly need to understand which person do you want to target. So which persona do you want to target, in which angle, and then have a messaging in your creatives which really speaks to these people, because that's how you will be able to truly convince people to buy your product and to become a customer of your brand. And you can't just have a very generic messaging saying something like, hey, you like fitness, buy my fitness supplements, because no one will really respond to that. But if you have an ad which is focused on beginners, with a lot of beginners in the video saying, hey, did you just start out with your fitness journey and you don't know where to go, for example, then I have this simple starter routine for you. It is the perfect way to get started in the gym, build your first muscle. With such type of ad, a beginner who is looking for a simple starter routine will feel much more talked to and much more addressed. So it will be easier to convert him to basically buy a product on your store, instead of just having a very general message saying something like, hey, do you want my fitness supplements? Then buy it. So that's what I'm trying to say with that. You need to understand that your customer pool consists of different personas who are all buying for different reasons, so you can address them with different angles on your products. And it's very important to understand that. So basically, to summarize, you need to truly understand your audience. So you need to understand their needs, their habits, their desires. By knowing this, you should then make ads that really speak to them, like, because that is how you'll get success with e-commerce. And in the beginning, just really map out what are all the different personas you can target and what are all different angles that you can address them with. And then just initially test lots of different angles and lots of different personas and just see what works best. So once you've found, okay, this is working best for me, and then deep dive on that. So then what I mean with deep diving in that, that's when you iterate. Then you see, okay, this worked well. Okay, can I improve the hook? Can I improve another part of the video? Or can I do something else? Can I create a new script? So that's how it works. So just test a lot in the beginning, find what works, and then deep dive on that. So now let's get into the part of making the actual creative. So for now you understand your target audience and how it is divided, how your customer pool is divided. And now you need to make creatives which address to them. So first of all, you need to understand that you basically need two types of creatives. One is the top of funnel ads, and the other part is the bottom of funnel ads. So top of funnel ads are ads that are reaching new people. So they are creating awareness of your brand. So these are usually ads that are just explaining who your brand is, what your product does. So someone who has never heard of your brand, that he feels, enticed to watch the video or look at the picture. And then a bottom of funnel ad is basically an ad for people who are already very, very far in the funnel. Like they probably have already seen your ad multiple times. They maybe already clicked on your website. They maybe already added a product to their cart, but they just haven't bought yet. So these people need just a final push to be convinced to buy. So you need to address these people also in a very different way. So that's why you need the distinction in these two types of ads. So one is the top of funnel ads. This is creating the awareness, introducing people with your brand, with your product. Also, a big group of people will already buy straight away from these ads, but some people, they are not buying straight away. And for these, you need these special bottom of funnel ads. However, you need to understand that these are bottom of funnel ads because someone who has never heard of your brand, and then you have a simple picture where you state buy today 20% off and with like a money back guarantee on it. If someone has never heard of your brand, he won't respond to that. So that's why it's really a bottom of funnel ad, because someone who is just not so sure if he should buy or not and then sees this ad, that's what will make him tick. That's what will make him buy your product. So that's really the two types of creatives. So as I just explained, you have the first engine, which I just call the demand creation engine. This is what you should have the most. You should have the most of deep types of ads. And these are the top of funnel creatives. And these are for cold audience, so people who don't know you, and they should build awareness and curiosity. And then you have the second engine, which is the demand capturing, your bottom of funnel ads. These are for warm audiences, so people who have visited your website, added products to their cart, engage with your ads. These ads serve to convert intent into purchases, and they should just trigger conversions. So what you could use for the ads are, for example, reviews and testimonials, urgency, like limited offers, free shipping, or just really demonstrating your product guarantees. And you really need both, because without demand creation, you run out of people to sell to. But also without demand capture, you're wasting your traffic, as there are so many people who are not converted by your initial ads, and just this bottom of funnel ads will get them over the top. Like that's why they need to run together just for consistent scale. And how should you make these top of funnel ads then? Well, videos work really, really well for top of funnel ads. So because in a video, you can explain much more than in a simple picture, and it's much easier for people to really understand your brand, your product. And for videos, I would advise you to follow this simple framework. Just write amazing scripts and just follow this simple framework where you first start with a hook to really grab attention. And then you introduce a problem which people are having, as your product is probably solving a problem. Like a fitness supplement is, for example, solving the problem that people struggling to build muscle. So you're introducing the problem, just showcasing a relatable pain which your potential customer also feels. And then you introduce the solution, so your product is the hero to the problem. Your product will solve your customer's problem. And then you add some benefits, some USPs. Why is your product good? What is special about it? And then you end up with some credibility. So you showcase your reviews. Do you have any guarantees, like a money back guarantee? And then you just end with the call to action, like you tell them to go to your website and purchase the product. This is a very simple structure which you can follow when writing your scripts. Basically, to create amazing top of funnel ads, just follow this framework, write lots of scripts in this exact style, and that's how you'll be able to just make as much of these ads as possible, and you're sure that they cover each important part of a video. And static ads, they work really well for bottom of funnel ads. Static ads are basically just pictures because it's easy to see. You can see straight away what it is about. And in these static ads, what's really important is the offer. Like the offer really needs to be seen and shown. So like a discount, like a bundle, free shipping, there's some offer, because you need something to just push these people who are not sure to buy, to put them right over the edge. So like a discount, bundle, free shipping, and you need a clear call to action, like saying shop now or don't miss this. Like people need to know, you need to tell people what to do. Like some social proof could work best just to get them over the top, showing, look, like maybe if people are not sure if your product works good, that's why they haven't bought it yet. Then just maybe showing like a snapshot of a review can push them over the edge, or another trust builders like guarantees, 100-day returns, or just a quick recap of benefits. But basically, when making these statics, you just need to keep in mind that the goal is just to give people a final push. You need to think about, so people who've already seen your brand, would have seen your ads probably for already a couple of weeks, but they just haven't bought yet. What do they need to hear to finally buy? And these are the things that you need to put on these statics. So just create lots of different statics, and then you'll easily find what works best by just analyzing the results. And then once you've found what works, double down. So after testing different personas and angles, and you've identified what resonates, and it's time to go deep. So refine, iterate, and scale what's working. And focus especially on improving your top of funnel ads, as this is where the real growth happens. So sharpen the hook, test new pain points and use cases, highlight different scenarios and lifestyles, and make your brand just impossible to ignore. So initially focus only on one persona and one angle, and once you have mastered this persona, you have created lots of ads, you're scaling your brand, and you've just mastered this one persona, one angle, then expand, then go to a different persona. Like this strategy will work much better than just having a very broad messaging to everyone, because if you try to appeal to everyone, you'll appeal to no one. Really master one persona, one angle, truly speak to them, and then once you've done that, go to your next one, and to your next one, and to your next one, because that's how you capture the true market. So to summarize, you need to understand your target audience. So you should make ads that truly resonate with them. You should combine top of funnel and bottom of funnel ads, and iterate on what works and scale to the moon, because understanding this will really help you grow your e-commerce brand. As I said earlier, I have a free school community which other people charge thousands for. So click the link in the description to apply. I'm sure you'll love it. With that said, I hope I'll see you next video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and drop in the comments what you want me to talk about, as I just love teaching you guys what I've learned over the past years. And see you in the next video.